Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to be answering question 1.1.2, where we will be using the quadratic formula to solve the quadratic equation x squared plus 10x plus 8 equals 0. Now, whenever we deal with quadratic equations and we have to use the quadratic formula, it's important to remember that a quadratic equation in standard form is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay, so it's important that we always arrange our terms in this form, in standard form. We need to have our x squared term first, our x term second, and then our constant term third, right? In some cases, the quadratic equation will not be expressed in standard form like this. Let's look at an example. Say we have a quadratic equation given to us as 2x minus or plus x squared plus 3 equals 0. Now, this equation is not in standard form. Why? Because the x squared term is not in first place, right? So we need to rearrange it in such a way that it resembles the standard form quadratic equation. So this would have to be rearranged as, let's bring our x squared term first. So this will be our x squared, then our x term second, that will be our 2x. Now remember, this is a positive 2x, so here we will have a plus 2x plus 3 equals 0, right? Now, how do we identify our a, b's, and c's so that we can substitute into the quadratic formula? Now, the a is the coefficient of x squared, b will be the coefficient of x, and c represents the constant term. So if we were to identify our a, b, and c for this particular equation, it would be a is equal to. Now, we have a problem here. We don't see a number in front of x squared. So whenever you don't see a number in front of a variable, you should know that the coefficient for that variable is 1. So in this case, our a would be 1. Our b would be the coefficient of x, which is 2 in this case, positive 2. And our constant term is positive 3, so we write it like that. Now from here, we can go ahead and substitute into the quadratic formula. So let's go to the question that we are supposed to be answering. Question 1.1.2. So here we will have, right, so the equation is x squared plus 10x plus 8 equals 0, right? So let's identify our a. Remember, if the coefficient is not written, we know that the coefficient is 1. So our a here will be 1. B is positive 10. C is equal to positive 8. Right, now we are ready to substitute our values into the quadratic formula. So here's our quadratic formula right there. So let's go right ahead and put those values in there. Okay, so this will be minus. I like to use brackets just in case, it's a habit. Sometimes the b value will be negative, and I don't want you to be confused with the signs. So this will be minus on the outside from the formula, and then the value for b, which is 10, plus or minus the square root of b again, which is 10, squared minus 4a, what is a? 1, c, which is 8, all divided by 2a. So this will be 2 times a is 1. So that is how we substitute into the quadratic formula. Now what you can do next is to simplify what you have under the radical, or just simplify the whole expression, which will, okay, here negative times positive, which will give us our negative 10 plus or minus the square root. We can go right ahead and calculate what that value is. So that will give us Right, so the value we found for 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 8 comes to 68. Right, so this is, all of this is divided by 2 times 1, which gives us 2. Okay, so now we have minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 68 all divided by 2. So now we need to split this up into two possible solutions or two values of x that we get. So this will be minus 10 plus the square root of 68 divided by 2, or now we take the minus sign. So OX is equal to negative 10 minus the square root of 68 all divided by 2. So what do we get? If you calculate this, put this into your calculator exactly as it is, and let's see what the value we get will be. Okay, so we get, for the first one, it will be negative 0.876894. Okay, so as you can see, this is a negative irrational number. The instruction is to correct to 2 decimal places. So let's do that for our first value of x. So when we correct to 2 decimal places, we go, okay, decimal point, 1, 2, and then we look at the immediate digit after the digit in the second decimal place, and we evaluate it. Okay, so if this value is 5 or more, then we need to add 1 to the previous digit. But if we get a value that is less than 5, then we just take negative 0.87 as is without changing anything. So this will be negative 0.8. So this is obviously greater than 5. We will add 1 to the 7, which gives us 8. So this is our first solution. Now we need to find or evaluate the second value of x. So here, again, put this in your calculator and let's see what we get. Now for this one, we get negative 9.12310. Again, we will round off or correct to 2 decimal places. So let's see what we get here. So okay, decimal point 1, 2. Let's look at the third digit. This one is less than 5, so we don't need to do any, we don't need to add 1 to the digit in the second decimal place. So this will be negative 9.12. So this is the second value of x. So we have solved question 1.1.2, corrected to 2 decimal places. We will stop here for now. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Stay tuned for question 1.1.3. Thank you.